Hey everybody, welcome back to Overland, Florida. I'm Kevin. I'm out here in Ocala National Forest, so go ahead and give this video a thumbs up because I'm back out here and we're gonna be camping today. I'm out here with my buddies Michael and Jesse, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a rundown of the vehicles and what we got out here today. But it is a beautiful day. It's about 85, 86 degrees. There's supposed to be a cold front coming through, but I don't think it's gonna bring any rain. As you can tell, it's kind of overcast and it is only about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So here's Michael's new setup right here. He's got a nice Lexus. I love this color silver. It looks really good when it's all dusty from the roads out here in Ocala. Got the GX 460. Of course, we got my new little truck right here. It's a 2022 Ford Maverick Lariat. Let me show you guys the interior real quick. This thing only has a couple hundred miles on it, and I haven't even had time to take it home or anything, so this thing is brand new. This is what we got today. Since I'm used to my Tacoma and having a winch and all the recovery gear, all I have today is shovels, a strap, and some traction boards. Of course, I got a new refrigerator back here and a power bank. We'll go over that once we get to the campsite and set up. This is Jesse's Ram. Nice full-size truck. Beautiful, I don't know what that blue is called. It might be like Sonic Blue, something like that. Really nice truck. So we're out here terrorizing Ocala National Forest. We're over here by the bombing range. It's got the danger unexploded bomb sign right there. But go ahead and stick around because we're gonna take these new trucks and vehicles on some trails, and then we're gonna set up camp probably near Hopkins Prairie. We camp there a lot, but it's just a really pretty place to set up camp. So far, I'm really impressed with this Ford Maverick, how it handles in the gravel and the sand. It is the FX4 package, so it does have tow hooks. It has a huge skid plate underneath the front of it, and I really wanted to make sure I got those options because I knew I was going to be out here hitting these trails and just dusting some gravel roads out here in Ocala National Forest. So obviously it's not as capable of a truck as probably anything else that's out here at the forest, so I wanted to make sure I at least had the tow hooks in case I did get stuck in the sand or stranded. Somebody could pull me out without having to figure out how we're gonna get a strap to attach to the front of this vehicle. So other than that, I am really happy. I did try to get it stuck earlier. I went through the deepest sand I could find. I came to a complete stop. I just floored it and it just pulled right through the sand like nothing was going on. So that was really impressive. The next thing is to take it out on a beach where I'll have some deeper and longer patches of sand, of course. So that'll be coming up here pretty soon. It does have drive modes. It has like slippery for driving through snow. It has mud and ruts, and it has, of course, sand. I always thought those things were kind of gimmicky, like they probably didn't really do anything. But having a truck now that has those modes, when I put it in sand mode, I could definitely feel the transmission in a lower gear, and it really just walked right through the sand. So that made me feel a lot more comfortable going out here in the middle of nowhere. And right now I'm following Michael in his Lexus. I don't have a lift or anything on this truck yet, so I gotta watch out because the front bumper and the front valance is only a few inches off the ground. But other than that, so far out here I've been getting about 26 miles to the gallon, which is really impressive. If I had my Toyota Tacoma, I'd be getting about 12 probably. So we are making our way to Trail 33, which is kind of just a main wide road that goes through the middle of the forest. And that is near where we're going to try and camp. It is a Monday night, so I doubt anybody will be out there where we're trying to camp. Oh man, I'm in some deep ruts right now. All right, so if you look at the dash, I'm in normal drive mode. Let me switch it to sand. All right, so there's normal, there's tow haul. It does have a tow package. There's ice, mud ruts, and sand. So we're in sand, and right here this light came on. That means traction control is off, so it's not going to be like limiting the power to the wheels or anything. So you probably can't hear, but I bought this truck with 16 miles on it. It was ordered for me, and I brought it home with 36 miles on it, and I installed an aftermarket Steeda Racing blow-off valve. So you probably can't hear it on the GoPro, but every time I let off the gas, the blow-off valve from the turbo is just letting a bunch of air out, and it sounds pretty cool. Yeah, we're just cruising along. We're still in sand mode. So we made it to the part of the forest where we're gonna camp. There's actually 2 entrances to where we're gonna set up camp, and we're gonna try to determine which one is wider, because a lot of these trails are basically like little ATV trails, and we just don't really feel like scratching our vehicles up on the very first time we take them off road. So we'll wait for the second or third time to do all that. So Michael walked up a little bit ahead to scout out, and I think we're gonna give this one a go. And you can already see all the scratches and the dust. This truck has 1 tank of gas through it. That's how brand new it is. So I already hit a bird driving over by I-4. I don't know how it didn't crack the windshield. It was a pretty hard hit. It hit so hard you can see what happened, what sprayed out of the bird on the hood there. If that was my Tacoma windshield, it would have spider cracked all the way across, but so I wonder if they had a controlled burn or a wildfire. Either way, that is the prairie we're gonna camp on. It is beautiful out here. It'll be kind of interesting once we get over to the spot where we camp, and we'll see if there's a bunch of wildflowers growing, because 'tis the season. I'll tell you what, man, this little truck in all these sandy areas is just cruising right along. Even though I'm scraping the bottom of the truck, I'm still not getting high centered or anything. So here's another really sandy spot. We're just cruising along, not even spinning the tires. So when you drive along the edge of the prairie, you go through a couple different like terrains. We are now entering like a pine forest. This is kind of like my favorite little area, but as you can see right there, when I had my Jeeps, you could fit through there. This truck's really narrow, it could probably fit too. But if you have a wider vehicle, or like when we pull the trailers, it does get kind of tricky driving through here. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to the right and just check it out. Man, this is so pretty. I'm glad they did the control burn, or there was a wildfire or whatever, because you can see all the new growth. So we're out here at our favorite spot. Michael brought us out here, and there is a really nice cool breeze. And luckily, there was the fire, so a lot of the underbrush and stuff like that is non-existent. So you can feel the breeze. We've been out here before where there's just cattails and grass and all kinds of things over, you know, the height of the vehicles. So it kind of blocks the wind and everything, but now we got a really nice breeze. And just look at this view behind me. It's really nice and green. It rained here the other day, and let's just say, let's see, it's April, May. The wildflowers are probably gonna come out in probably another month or so. So we're all gonna come back out here and probably have some really nice wildflowers and all kinds of other things to enjoy. So Jesse and I worked last night, and we're gonna set up a hammock because we've now been up for over 24 hours. So we're gonna set up some hammocks, get some chairs, enjoy this breeze, and take a nap. So now it's time to kind of choose which trees we want to set our hammocks up in. And out here with all these pine trees, there's a lot that are perfectly spaced apart for hammocks. So now I'm going to show you guys what I packed in my little tiny pickup truck. So I packed pretty light. If you've seen any of my previous camping videos where I had a Tacoma with a refrigerator and drawers and just pretty much anything you can think of in that thing. So I pretty much have everything down to this box, and I did that because I'm gonna start camping a lot more with my boat, and I can't have a lot of weight on the boat and stuff like that. So I have pretty much everything down to one box right here. I brought a refrigerator, I brought a power bank, and then back there I have a tow strap, a shovel, and recovery boards. So pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and show you guys what I brought. Got some instant mashed potatoes. Got this to heat up water in the fire, and then I got this to measure the water with or heat up water as well. Got the instructions for the bodega refrigerator, which I'm going to show you guys a little bit later. We got the ever so popular super bright LED strip lights for camping. Got a knife, you're gonna need that. So we got some bug spray. I got this up in North Carolina. This was only like $29, or yeah, see, $29. It is an inflatable extra large pillow, and this thing is so soft. I actually used it, and it's really easy to get back in this little bag right here, so show you guys that. All right, East Hills Outdoors sent me an entire hammock camping setup right here. So I have the hammock, a rain fly, and a bug net. So I'll be using that tonight, setting that up. They also sent me their snuggler, which is their underquilt. I've never had an underquilt before, so this is something I was really after, and unfortunately I missed winter with that thing, so probably won't be using that anytime soon in the Florida heat. But if I go back up north soon with the truck, I will be using that. And this right here I'm kind of excited about. This is a down puffy blanket. It's a 54 by 80 inches. I think this might be a two-person one. I also have some tongs. It's not always for food. If you are cooking with charcoal, it's really nice to be able to pick up the charcoal and set it on top of the cast iron, or scoop it around and push it wherever you want it. So it's nice to have tongs to use for that. And you can also wipe them off and of course use them for food. And last but not least, I have a Bigfoot Bushcraft fire starter kit that they sent me. So I'll be using that later. I got some fire plugs, all weather. You can actually drop these in water. We'll test them out. You can actually drop them in water and they'll light instantly, even if they're wet. So that's something nice to have as well. So pretty much in here we have fire starter kit, we have shelter, we have some food. The rest of the food's in the refrigerator. I'll go over that later. And then we have ways to heat up water. And then of course we have water stored away. So this is kind of like just a small kit. This is another part of the fire starter kit, Bigfoot Bushcraft. And I got some hot chocolate and of course a little headlamp and hand sanitizer for cleaning up. And one fork, one spoon, one knife, and a little plate. It's pretty much all you really need. So it's almost 7 p.m. right now. The sun is starting to set. It is really pretty looking out across the prairie right here. We got camp set up. I'm gonna be sleeping in a hammock tonight, and I didn't realize this, but this hammock was brand new, and I was eating a cookie in there, and I must have dropped some of it, and the chocolate melted in there, so hopefully the bears aren't attracted to the chocolate cookie, because I will be the first one gone. Oh well, I'll just have to put this in the washing machine when I get home. But over on this side, we got Jesse's truck. He's doing the optional ground tent tonight. This tent looks like it's going to get a lot of airflow. Hopefully the breeze picks back up this evening. It's kind of died off for now. There's his truck. Did really good today. We have Michael over here with his new Lexus and another ground tent. We got the fire going. We're gonna be cooking some steaks, some pork, some asparagus, mashed potatoes. So it's almost time to start cooking dinner. Go ahead and get some stuff together. I will show you guys what's in the refrigerator. Of course, you have to have apple crown with Sprite. I got this to cook in tin foil over the fire. Honey sriracha. Pork. Should be pretty good. Let's see. That's going to be breakfast for tomorrow. Not really doing eggs and sausage like we normally do. We're just going to keep it simple. Got some asparagus. I got butter for the asparagus. And then in Michael's refrigerator, we got the rest of dinner. So we're just a few simple guys out here enjoying a simple, nice camping trip. So make it easy, no reason to complicate things. We got your steak, we got your pork, some mashed potatoes, asparagus. Of course, we got Everglades seasoning. Got your butter for the asparagus. We're gonna wait a little bit, and then once this fire gets nice and ready, we'll start cooking. So the steaks are going on. Got the asparagus, and right here's the pork. If you're camping for the first time, or maybe you just don't like cooking, the pork is really easy. All you do is just take it out of the package, roll it up in some tin foil, and just set it on the coals. Depending on how hot the coals are, I'd rotate it every 10 minutes or so. It might be ready in 25, might be ready 30, maybe 40 minutes, but it's really easy to cook. Same with asparagus. It's a really cheap little appetizer. Although I shouldn't set it that close to the coals because it's gonna cook a little too fast. But as long as you keep the butter and stuff on it, it'll do just fine. So it's about 8 o'clock. We got some mashed potatoes. We got some asparagus. Got some steak cut up. And Michael's pulling the pork off the grill here in a minute. And other than that, such a peaceful afternoon. We haven't seen a single other vehicle or person out here. Just a lot of turkeys, some rabbits, and Michael saw 1 or 2 deer out in front of his truck on the way here. So we have the ever so famous Overland Florida rope lights going. This right here on high setting will last like 5 or 6 hours, and when it's pitch black, it'll literally light up like a 30-foot circle all the way around. So when it's really dark tonight, if the GoPro will pick it up, we'll show you how bright this thing is. Anyway, Michael's got quite the feast going on. Mashed potatoes, there's a little pork roll thing, got some steak, and of course the asparagus. Now it's time for some apple crown. Mix it with some Sprite. Now for the hard part. Now it's time to sit around the fire and just stare at it, relax. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and it is really windy. You can see the hammock flapping in the background. And I didn't bring a sweater or anything because it's Florida and I think it's gonna get cold. But thank goodness for this East Hills down blanket because that pretty much saved my life last night. But we're all awake, we got a fire going. We're gonna eat some breakfast and we're gonna hit some trails. So thanks for watching this camping video with my little Ford Maverick. It's a really pretty capable truck, especially for Florida. We don't have a bunch of rocks and hills and mountains and stuff like that, but for Florida, all these dirt service roads and forest roads and stuff like that, the all-wheel drive is really nice. Of course, you can't go wrong with the Lexus and any full-size truck out here. The only issue with full-size trucks out here in the Ocala National Forest is just getting scratches. They're so wide. A lot of these trails are for more narrow vehicles. I don't think the Ford Maverick really even touched a single branch the whole way. It's so small. Other than that, stick around. I think maybe the next video with the Ford Maverick, it'll look a lot different. I have a lot of accessories in my garage ready to go on. I just have to make time. So far, the only thing I've added was a Steeda blow-off valve. Doesn't add any performance or anything like that. It's just, it makes a really cool sound when you let off the gas from the EcoBoost engine. But other than that, go ahead and click subscribe, and if you liked the video, you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. But we're going to try and camp all summer long. A company reached out to me and they sent me a portable air conditioner for my tent, so we're going to try and hit up some more campsites, maybe try to camp along the coast a little bit all summer long. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and thank you everybody for following along.